angels, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video because I'm finally going to be showing you all my camera setup. I'm currently in my beauty studio and I have gone through several different periods of time where I didn't exactly know what my camera setup should be. I didn't really know how to work all of it, and luckily my boyfriend and I have taken some time, gotten to experiment with different equipment, and we have finally got to a place where we are happy with the setup for my channel as well as our couple channel, AE I Love You. We do a lot of challenges where we sit down and we use this studio, and as well as all of my makeup tutorials, tons of my hair tutorials, challenges, things like that. If you are new here, my name is Angelina and I have a beauty and lifestyle channel. I kind of look crazy today, but I figured since I'm just showing you the behind the scenes of my beauty studio that we could just work with it. This is what my videos look like for the most part. I have a couple of different cameras, lights, and things like that that I'm going to show you that I use so that you can recreate it yourself if you would like. I would say this is on more of the less expensive side of equipment for beauty rooms and studios and YouTube videos. I know that there's so many different types of cameras, lights, and ways to set up your studio, but this is what I found works best for me right now. It's pretty affordable and I'm happy with it. So if you guys would like to know all of the things that I use in my beauty studio and how I get to these camera settings and lighting and everything, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and keep on watching. Okay, so to start this video off, I just want to explain what we're using right now. Right now, you guys are watching me on my Canon T6i. I purchased this a long time ago, actually off of OfferUp. It was never used before, it was still in the box, and this younger guy sold it to me for like 500 bucks. I will link it in the description. Also, little disclaimer, I will be linking all of this equipment in my description below. If you do decide to click on the links and purchase any of these items, I do get a percentage because they're affiliate links, but you are welcome to buy whatever you guys want to buy. I'm just going to share with you whatever I use. Again, this is the Canon T6i. This is the lens that it came with and a 64GB SD card. It's currently standing on just a regular camera stand. I'll link one below from Amazon as well. This is not that heavy duty of a camera stand, but it's worked for me for years. So if you need a camera stand, when I first started filming YouTube videos on this channel, I actually used my iPhone, I think 6 or 7 at the time. It was actually when there was no front camera, like there was only a back camera, so I had to turn my phone around, put a mirror in front of it so I could see and make sure that I was still recording, and I did that to make sure that I'd still want to do YouTube after like 6 or 7 videos that I did. This was like something that the first thing I really invested in, and I love it still so much to this day. It's never really given me any issues. If you guys are looking for a camera, something a little bit bigger that you know is going to be sturdy, just kind of at home, maybe not taking it vlogging and things like that, this is a good one. We recently purchased another lens that also goes on this camera. It's the Canon EF lens 50mm 1:1.8 STM. I don't know if that means anything to you. All I know is it's a really good quality lens and it's not very expensive for lenses. I purchased this off of Amazon. I'll put all of the info in the description for you guys if you guys want to purchase it as well. The only thing I'll say about this lens is that it cannot zoom. So however you have your camera set up is all that it's going to see. You cannot zoom in and out, which means if you don't have a microphone and you want to put your camera further back, it's not going to pick up your voice as well. So this is really good for up close makeup tutorials or videos where you're just trying to be right here, possibly ASMR, things like that. This is a lens I would recommend for that, but it works just as well as the one that the camera came with, I would say. It's just more, it blurs your background more. It also works really, really well in natural light. On a backdrop that's already kind of blurred behind me anyways and it's a blank screen, this doesn't make that much of a difference, but if you're filming in a room doing a haul or something like that, this makes you look so nice because it just focuses on whatever is moving in the room. Look at my swatches. I got a Morphe package today. Anyways, so this is the Canon G7X. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this, especially if you watch vlog channels. This is a very, very convenient light camera. It can sit on a small tripod or a big one. You can use this for all kinds of videos, including makeup tutorials, but this is best used, in my opinion, for vlogging and for videos where, you know, you're out of the house, things like that. It's light. I would say this is probably like the most used vlogger camera out there. This isn't the newest edition. It's the Mark III. So it's the PowerShot G7X Mark III. We use this camera a lot, actually. Here I'm going to insert some different examples of footage taken with the lens that I was just talking about that does not zoom. And this is with the Canon G7X camera in this beauty studio. So you can see how they differentiate. I love Canon cameras. I know a lot of people use like Nikon and things like that, but this is just what I've always used and what I'm familiar with. The next item that I would like to mention that I always use is my backup battery pack. I take a long time to do videos, a lot of times makeup tutorials especially, or get ready with me. So having a second battery pack that you can just stick in the wall while you're filming and then just replace it when your battery dies is so nice. I would say my battery dies after like 2.5 hours. If you have your camera on all during while you're setting up and then in between, and if you get up to go use the restroom or whatever, your battery just drains itself. It's really nice to have one of these. I can't tell you, before I had one of these batteries, I would literally have to stop in the middle of doing my makeup, charge it for like 45 minutes and then get back on, and my energy was so different. It's just something I really recommend, is having a backup battery. And same with for the G7X. I have a couple backup batteries for this camera as well, and I'll link them below for you. If you're filming a lot of content, you're gonna run out of, battery, so highly the freak. I think I just choked on my hair. The next little gadget related to filming is this car mount. This looks like a freaking transformer, I know, but this car mount is like a nice one. This is heavy duty. So we have it stuck to the top of the windshield, and then also like our dashboard, so it holds it sturdy. And the camera sits in this little thing up here. There's like a little part that we slide in and out. It holds the weight of my T6i as well as my G7X. So whenever you're doing videos in the car, this is like really great, especially if you're, a couple channel or you travel a lot. It's nice because it holds it very, very firm. Whereas before we would just sit the camera on the dash and it would be like sliding all over the place. If you made a U-turn or something, like you guys have probably seen me catch the camera so many times in my videos, it's not even funny. But we finally have this camera mount. And the cool thing about this specific one that we bought is that you can actually attach it to the outside of a vehicle. If you guys are into, car videos or outdoor videos and things like that, this car mount can suction to the outside of your car or to the hood of your vehicle, and you can drive fast and it will not go anywhere. So it's really cool to get outdoor clips and things like that as well. Just thought I'd put that in there because that's kind of new. Now I think I'm going to show you guys my setup. I unplugged my microphone because I feel like it's not going to hear me from over here. This is my studio setup from behind. I used to have a dresser over here, but now I have like a little laundry chest. I'm kind of going to redo my room, especially for Christmas, but this is what it is right now. There's a lot of cords and I need a vacuum. If you guys will notice, I'm going to start with my backdrops. These are my wall mount backdrops. I have a white one, light pink, and hot pink. And as you guys can see, they are literally like mounted to the wall. They're literally connected up there with nails, and it goes all the way to the ground, and they work as a scroll would. I use like a little piece of tape to keep it up there so that it doesn't like unravel. These are the scrolls that it comes with, and they're weighted. I'll show you, for example. As you lift the backdrop up, the scroll moves. So each one of them has their own little weight on it. You literally scroll it down like you would a school scroll. And I'm obsessed with these. Cool thing about these is where we bought them from, you can switch out the colors. We can take off the end cap and take the scroll off and switch whatever color we want to. For that video, I need to get some more backdrop colors, but I'll link them below for you guys as well, just because I love these. My boyfriend got me these for my birthday, and it's just like all my vibes, I feel like. And it's paper, so it's very, very smooth. Next thing I'll talk about is my microphone. So this is my Rode microphone. As you can see, it's on a stand. It's very, very light, and it has a very, very long cord because it reaches all the way down and up to my camera stand right here. It does run by battery. That's the only thing I'll mention, is that you'll need a 9-volt battery for this microphone, but it's like the most inexpensive and it works so well. I honestly have to say the beautiful thing about this microphone is that you don't need a software in order to edit the footage and the sound from that microphone. I used to have a Blue Yeti microphone. It worked so well, but you had to have a software in order to control like the sounds of the microphone. You would have to edit 2 different clips, match your lips up on the video to the audio, and it would be so confusing. So this has like been a lifesaver. It works really well. It's portable, and I love that, as you can see, it can literally unscrew it, and this part slides right onto my camera. so I can take this out whenever I'm wanting to like film out in a different place where I need a microphone. So out of all of the microphones I've tried, I highly recommend this one. Next, this little silver mat that you guys see everything sitting on is literally a car window reflector. When it comes to lighting, you need as much as you can get. So this is literally something you could find at like the dollar store. I put it as my placemat, which also protects my vanity, and it reflects all the light from underneath my face onto my face and underneath my chin. Helps avoid a double chin look, and it just lights up all of the parts of your face that you want, you know, your makeup to see, especially when you're doing makeup tutorials. So this is just something that's optional, but I would say it definitely helps with content. This is my little camera stand. It's just a basic camera stand. It does the job, and as you can see, I can take the camera in and out right here like I'm doing right now. So I love it. The next thing is my monitor. So as you can see, we're looking at the monitor. Oh my gosh, you can see like 8 monitors. Okay, yeah, so as you guys can see, I can see myself in this monitor right here. This is super useful whenever you're filming for obvious reasons. You can see if you're out of focus. You can watch yourself. You can make sure that you're centered in your videos. So I love this little monitor. I actually bought it for my boyfriend, and he bought me another one, but we switched because it's smaller and it works like better for my desk, you know. The next thing I'm gonna go over is lights. I'm always hot in here because I don't have the fan on because I know the microphone will pick it up too much. And as you can see, I have a lot of lights going on. First off are the lights that I use. These are the Fovitech lights. It came in a set of 3. It has 2 of them that stand short like this, and then a tall one that comes over top of your head. The reason for it coming over top of your head is the same reason that you want like a reflection underneath your chin. It just gets the best lighting quality and shows your makeup the best on videos. And when you have better lighting, it makes it so that you don't need as expensive of a lens, in my opinion. So I have it right over top of my head. It gets my forehead, the top of my eyelids, everything. Then I have a light underneath and the side ones, and it's just like, it's really nice lighting, and I mean, I feel like it's necessary. And this, as you can see, is weighed down by these little bags. It came with the bags, but I put my own little beads in them. So that's a set of 3 that came together. Then, as you can see on the sides, I have my umbrella lights. So these are my umbrella lights. They stand that tall. Same with this side, it stands that tall. And it also came with this 3rd one that lights up my backdrop behind me whenever I'm filming. Are the umbrella lights completely necessary? I would say if you're starting off, no. But I like only want to improve my quality as I go further and further with YouTube. So it honestly does make the video much brighter. It just works really well with the settings of the camera that I use, and I just think it makes it look much better. So you don't have to, if you want to start off with the 3 lights, go ahead, you're welcome to do whatever you want. But these umbrella lights are soft lights, and they just make everything come together more. Plus the light that's behind me lights up the backdrop, like I said, which makes it look like I'm just like in a really bright setting, and it looks better overall. Yeah. That's what I use for lights. Like I said earlier, I have a newer ring light as well that I use for like everyday stuff or TikToks or whatever, and that's at my house where I live. And of course I got that from Amazon as well. I love Amazon. Yeah, so these are the lights that are always in my beauty room. Like literally you can see it's right over my head, and I'm like sweating right now wearing a sweatshirt. Now I'm gonna show you all the camera settings that I use on this camera with this lens and with my smaller lens. So that's coming next. Okay, so when you zoom out, this is what you see. That's my chair right there. And the sides, I usually have it zoomed in to about there, and my head's like somewhere in there. Now I'm gonna show you all how I set up my camera settings. I will say there are much better and much more clear tutorials on this camera on YouTube. Feel free to go watch them for camera settings, but this is just what I use, and I've had a lot of people ask me about it, so here we go. First of all, I always switch it on to movie, and I always have it on manual. That's how you can adjust the settings properly. Then right away, I hit the Q. Here I have it set up as auto face tracking. Here is the drive mode, and I currently have it on self timer with 10 shots, but that's because I always have to do a thumbnail by myself, so I'll always have it on self timer. Run over there, take my thumbnail, and then I'm good to go. Here I have it on 23.98 FHD for my movie recording size. This is set on video snapshot. Then I have it always on auto white balance because I feel like I trust the camera settings for that. Here is where you can change your picture style. So I go into info. I always have sharpness on 4, contrast on -1 because I don't want it to be too contrasted. Saturation I always have on 4 now because I feel like it makes my skin look much better in the makeup as well. And then the color tone I have on -1. So as you can see, the more red is negative, the more yellow is positive. If I went more yellow, it would look a lot more yellow on my skin. more red, it would look more red. I always just do -1. And then for auto lighting optimizer, I have it off. And for miniature effect movie, I have it off as well. So that's really what I do for my camera settings. Then here I have it on 50, 5.0, and the ISO set at 200. And I just find that it works well for me. I feel like you guys know my secrets now. So here I am after showing you everything. It's so much different when you see it from like the outside versus when you're just like actually in it, because I'm sure right now if I was doing a makeup tutorial and didn't show you that, you would have a whole different like perspective of it. And I'm actually gonna zoom in to show you like even more what it looks like. This is what I look like close up whenever I'm doing my makeup. I'm gonna turn off the umbrella lights and show you the difference. Okay, so just there you guys can see it's much darker. This is with just the 3 lights on. I can raise the brightness of the camera, but it does kind of take away from the quality. So the more things that are lit up, the better, especially with this specific camera. Now, if I turned off, let's say I just turn off this top light and show you guys what it looks like with just the 2 lights in front of me, even darker. As you can see right now, all I have is these 2 lights in front of me. So it makes a huge difference. I mean, it also helps beautify things because you don't see as many wrinkles and things like that when there's more lights on you. I'm going to show you it with just the 2 lights and the little backdrop light. Like it's so much of a difference to me. Hopefully that kind of gives you guys a different like idea of what it looks like. Okay, so this is with all the lights back on. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like with the auto settings with all of my lights on. So these are my manual settings. This is what I have my camera set to, and this is what it looks like with my auto settings. Exactly. What the freak? I'm like gray. I look dead. Okay, so these are the auto settings. This is what the camera thinks is best for me. Let me know in the comments what you think looks best on me. Again, this is all the same lights, but this is what the camera has it set to. Now I'm gonna put it on manual and show you again. It's such a difference. I'm sorry. I feel like I look alive. Now, of course, whenever you're taking footage and things like that outside or in different, rooms with lighting, it's going to be different. You're going to have to modify your lighting settings and things like that. I highly recommend a microphone if you really want your voice to sound clear and professional on your videos. And this one is like super user-friendly and like inexpensive. Right now, I'm literally in a dark room. It's currently 8:23 p.m. and you probably would not know that. I could tell you it's morning and you wouldn't think anything about it because everything looks bright. So that's the beauty of, studio lights and learning your equipment and everything like that. I think it's also really cool that we get this stuff at our fingertips. All you have to do is order it online and it comes in. Mine came in this bag. The bag is, I want to say, like 3-4 feet long, 3.5 feet long. Came with like all my lights in it. It's really easy to compact and store. All of these lights break down. The lights come off. You can fold them in and it's just like the bulbs and the sticks and like all of the fabric just like condense it. You can also wash it all, which is really nice because one time on my birthday, I accidentally exploded champagne all over my backdrop and my lights. So yeah, it's nice to have this stuff. I'm super fortunate that I get to have these things and I've worked for them, and my boyfriend and I have worked up to this point, and I'm sure we're gonna get better and better and have more and more equipment as we continue to do YouTube, but this is where I'm at right now. For those of you asking, I hope this helped you out and hopefully at least it gives you something to start with. Again, I'm gonna have every single thing linked in the description below along with the prices so that you can check them out and purchase them if you are looking to get some equipment. I recommend if you are wanting to start a YouTube channel, I would really recommend starting on your phone. There's so many nice phones with camera quality that is like amazing nowadays that it's worth starting, to record on that and edit those videos and post them before you actually go and spend, a lot of money on equipment if you might not be consistent with it, because YouTube is a lot of work. So that's what I recommend you doing first. That's what I did first, at least. And for those of you wondering what I use for editing, I kind of mix it up depending on like how fast I need a video edited. If I'm trying to do something quick, I use iMovie. It's very user friendly. If I am trying to put more effort into it and want to be able to do more edits, I use Final Cut Pro. It can be tricky at times though, so I would say the most user friendly one is iMovie. I'm not really sure about like HP software because I've only ever edited on Apple software. At the end of the day, you can't really go right or wrong. It's all experimental and it's all trial and error, and that's how I've gotten to this point. Here's a clip from the first videos I ever did, and here is what I use now. So everyone's gonna have their own journey with it. Just have fun with it. Don't take it too serious, and hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to my channel. Turn on my post notifications if you enjoy content from me, and check out the links below if you're wanting to use any of this equipment. And yeah, that's really it. Let me know any video requests that you guys have in the comments below, and I will see you all in my next video. I love you so much, angels, and God bless.